weren't you mad at Bear and McKay? Didn't you feel some form of animosity towards them because your validation wasn't happening?
It's instilled life into me since I've gotten here. And so if there's an opportunity for me to help the team win, like I said, whether that's on the practice field or on the real under Lavelle's lights, I want to help in any possible way I can. There came a point in my recruiting process out of high school when I did want to come here because some other places spots were getting filled. And so I'm talking to A-Rod like, hey, I'm ready to commit. And he goes, well, the spot's already taken.
Welcome back to another edition of Faith Huddle with Center Street Media. I'm your host, Sean Tanuvasa. Super glad to get together today on this Aloha Friday and get this podcast out to you guys because our guest today I am impressed with. You may not know too much about him, but by the end of this session, you're going to love this dude. Mr. Treyson Bourguet.
Yep, Bourguet, yeah? Yes, sir.
Bourguet, Treyson Bourguet. Go by Trey. Any other nickname?
Nah, really, it's just Treyson. My dad called me Trace sometimes.
Is that right?
Yeah, just Treyson. Yeah, that's what I go by a lot.
What do the ladies call you?
No, nothing. Just Treyson.
Just Treyson.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but I'm excited, man. Thank you so much for joining us today on Faith Huddle.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Definitely. Thanks for having me.
Everything about you, I've always been impressed from the first time I saw you, and I just kind of watch from a distance and observe. And the few times we've had a chat, a man of faith, a deep man of faith, and I've loved that. I kind of looked up your story a little bit, and we'll hear a little bit about it. And I just thought, man, this dude's got to come on Faith Huddle. Gotta. I want to have the privilege of asking him a few questions and hearing his story. Because it's always uplifting to hear about you guys' lives. So great to have you, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thanks for having me.
Coming from the desert land, yeah?
Yep, yes, sir. Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona. You survive out there.
Yeah, no, we definitely thrive out there.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm basically in Marana, so it's just a little north of Tucson, I guess you could say, but just smaller, but I love it. Got a big old family out there, so I'm always surrounded by people I love.
Yeah, that's great, man. Let's get into a question. I want to get right at the beginning,
Let's
man.
do it.
I was just looking at these questions, and I just thought, man, this is a legit one, and we'll find out more about your background a little bit later. But you really have a mindset that hasn't changed, whether you're competing for third string, for a scholarship or a starting job or whatever. Like your mindset is fixed, and that's one of the things that I've been impressed about. Right? So where does that consistency come from?
Yeah, I feel like I've sat at every seat at the table my whole life. I've been, I've been the guy that is just following my older brother's lead and just tagging along. I've been the guy that's leading my two younger brothers and leading them and trying to pave the way for them. In football, I've been the starter. I've been a true freshman starting quarterback. I've also been a sophomore who lost the starting job. I've also been a junior who's competing just for a scholarship opportunity in a quarterback room full of 11 quarterbacks. I've been the guy getting that scholarship opportunity and being a top 3 quarterback in a room of 11 quarterbacks. I've been competing for a starting job. I've been competing for a backup job. And throughout that whole process, you got to take away, what you're competing for and why you're competing. You got to focus on why you're competing. And I'm not doing it for the title. I'm not doing it to say, I'm the starting quarterback or I'm the backup quarterback or I play for BYU. I'm doing it because I love the game and I love having my parents and my family to be proud of me and to be proud of who I am and what I'm doing. That's really the biggest thing. I love being able to play football and my parents be in the stands and be able to watch me on TV and know I'm their baby. I'm their son. I'm out here representing what they taught me, what they instilled in me from day one.
Wow. And all of those situations you just defined could shift your identity here and there. How do you keep that from being impacted and, cause you to try to become somebody else?
Like I said, throughout that whole process from being a true freshman starting quarterback to a fourth-year guy who's who went from competing for the starting job to be a second or third string guy. It's tough, but you grow a lot. You grow a lot, and at the end of the day, you want to win. Whether you're the guy on the field making the plays or whether you're the guy on the sideline supporting the guys who are making the plays, you want to win. You do not want to be a part of a organization or a program that is okay with losing.
Yeah.
And I'm a competitor. I want to compete. I want to compete always. And the program and the foundation and the culture that we have here at BYU, it's saved me really. It's instilled life into me since I've gotten here. And so if there's an opportunity for me to help the team win, like I said, whether that's on the practice field or on the real under Lavelle's lights, I want to help in any possible way I can. And so that mindset, just knowing like my role matters, and I know that. I know in my head, like in my heart, that my role matters, whether I'm the starter or I'm the backup. And if you truly believe that and you understand that, you embrace it, like you'll be happy with wherever you are in life.
Wow, that's good, bro. That comes from faith, right?
Yes, sir.
And the consistency and the hard work that you do and remembering your identity, really the root cause of that is faith. So faith began where in your life?
Yeah, I grew up going to church every Sunday. And as a kid, I feel like every kid who grew up going to church, like it wasn't your favorite day of the week. You might pretend or act like it, or but waking up early Sundays after a long Saturday where you're at a tournament, growing up, because we're always playing tournaments. It wasn't like your most favorite thing to do. So growing up, I knew who God was. I knew Jesus. I had a relationship with God, and I was proud. I wasn't ever ashamed of who I was or what I believed in. But I will say that there came a time in high school when I truly I felt God's work in my life. I remember I was driving back from Phoenix. So I drove up to Phoenix with my buddy. His name is Davion Carrasco. He was a linebacker for my high school. And he's a very faith-driven guy. I love him, respect the heck out of him. And we're driving back because we were coming from a suicide prevention PSA thing that we were doing. So we're driving back, and we're just talking, and he's telling me all this stuff about what he's trying to do to be better in his life for not only himself but his family. And at that point in my life, I was the oldest one in my household because my two older brothers were at Arizona State. So I'm the oldest one in my household, and I don't know if I was doing the best job that I could do. I think I was selfish in a lot of ways, prioritizing what made me happy, whether I was, being outside of the household for whatever reasons, whether I was hanging out with people or just doing whatever I want to do rather than embracing that family time with my younger siblings. I was getting angry at my younger siblings for a lot of things. I was disrespecting my parents. I was just going through something because it was right when COVID just cleared up. So you want to be free. You want to go do things. And I had a reality check on that drive back. I mean, we're talking out loud, and I'm like, and he's telling me about his relationship with his sister and how that's his best friend. He would die for her. And at that point in my life, my relationship with my sister was more so we're butting heads. We're disagreeing a lot. We're competing in a lot of things in the household. We're pointing fingers a lot at each other. And on that drive back, he's telling me this, and I just realized I am not the brother I want to be. I'm not the son I want to be. Where I'm at in my life, to get to where I want to be in life, I'm not doing it right. I'm not hearing God's word. I'm not embracing what God set out for me. I'm kind of doing whatever I want to do, and that wasn't going to take me anywhere. And that drive, I'm just driving, I'm tearing up, I'm crying, talking to him out loud, dude, I need to be a better son. I need to be a better brother. I need to be a better friend. I felt like my relationship with my family wasn't as, I said I was tight with them. I said I was close, but I wasn't. I wasn't hanging out with my little brothers. I wasn't hanging out with my little sister. And that means a lot to me. My family means a lot to me. And so that moment, I really told myself, I'm going to be better. And I feel like ever since then, things haven't always been here, right? It's been here and then a little dip and then here and a little dip and then it might be a big dip and come back up. But I know in my heart, my purpose and I want to be better for my family. I want to live a faithful life for my family. I want to spend eternity with my family when it's all said and done. I don't know when my last day on earth is going to be. I don't know when my family's last day on earth is going to be. But I know if we share the gospel with each other and we continue to live Christ-like lives, and we're not going to be perfect and we're going to mess up, but when we ask for forgiveness and we repent, that's all you can do. And that moment in my life, I've actually never even talked about that, not even with my family, but that's really like
Wow.
what changed my trajectory.
Wow. That's
that was
sweet,
long.
bro.
That was long.
No, that. I mean, sharing, being vulnerable and sharing that. There's a lot of kids. There's a lot of young adults that literally need to understand that some of the greatest problems that they're having is really being so focused on themselves,
Mm-hmm.
right? And not looking and going outside. And so you're saying your faith began at that moment when you started to reevaluate, hey, look, this is not about me. This is about everybody else that's in my world, like my brothers and my family and so forth. That's great faith, man. Did that carry you to, where did you go to school, out of high school?
Yeah, I went to Western Michigan.
Did that carry there, that faith and that experience? Did that take you over there and bless your life to be consistent and remember your identity and so forth?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say life was perfect in Michigan, and I was a strong, faithful Christian man, but there was a lot of times when I wasn't. There was a lot of times when I struggled, and some days weren't great.
Yeah.
I was there for about 18 months, and to start off your college life, I mean, you're in the dorms, you're surrounded by your teammates, and you're just getting to know them, and you're doing things that 18-year-old kids do, and you're just messing around, right? And I knew God. I still had my relationship with Him, and so my teammates, same as them. I mean, we all weren't the same religion, but our relationship with God didn't change. And when I first got to college, I was so like super focused on my football goals. I kind of lost a little focus on goals outside of that. So like if I didn't achieve the starting position, it kind of ruined my whole day, like my whole month, my whole year.
Yeah.
But then when I did achieve that starting position, okay, now what? Like I'm not satisfied. I'm not happy. Like there's still something missing in my life. And so that was tough. I was in Michigan my second year, and I was doing everything that I thought I'd ever wanted in college, and I was still like empty.
Really?
I was struggling. That second year in Michigan, I was so far from home. I would rarely see my family. The football environment at that time was something that I struggled with. And yeah, like I was.
Yet you were performing great.
I was performing. I was the
on
guy.
the field.
Exactly.
You were the man that everybody was relying on.
Yeah, and that's what I strive in, right? Like growing up, yes, I want to be that guy that you look up to. I want to be that guy that you can rely on. And so it's literally like everything was set out for me perfect on a silver platter. Like, here, Treyson, this is everything you've ever wanted. Be happy. Wow. And I wasn't.
Wow.
I was not happy. I literally I'm playing in front of 60, 70,000 people at the University of Iowa, and I had a great first half. Like, a great first half. We're beating Iowa, and Iowa's top 25, and I'm at Western Michigan, just a MAC school. Yeah. And we end up losing the game because Iowa's Iowa, and but I was just so distraught. Like, I literally just lived a childhood dream of mine. I threw a touchdown and silenced 70,000 people, longest touchdown of my career. My dad's in the crowd, freaking out, but what's missing? Why am I not happy with what I'm doing on the field? And I remember halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way through the season, I'm on the phone with my parents, bawling my eyes out. I'm in the garage, just lost, why am I even here? Right? I get everything I want. I'm doing everything I want to do in life, but I'm not happy. I need to go home. I need to come back home. I'm lost. And it's as simple as the closer I got to my goals on earth, the further I got from my goals with God. And that I was just going down a path I didn't want to go down. And like from that moment, literally from that moment, like after that phone call with my parents, I'm crying, I'm bawling in tears, just begging them to let me come home. I was like, I need to go to BYU.
BYU?
Right? Like
you're Lutheran.
I'm Lutheran.
And you're going to go to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints? Come on. Why are you thinking that?
Yeah, you can ask my parents, like, from the get-go. My roommates even in Michigan, like, from the get-go, I told them, like, I need to go to BYU. And it's funny because when I was getting recruited from BYU in high school, I was the only quarterback in my class, the class of 2022, to get a scholarship offer. They weren't recruiting any other quarterbacks, and for some reason, I wasn't that interested in BYU. It was nice to know that you're wanted, but at the time I was like, BYU. I'm not really sure like what it entails to be Mormon. Like I was surrounded by Mormons growing up, but like I didn't know like anything much of them other than like they're really smart.
Yeah.
But I didn't know much about BYU, so I wasn't really interested. And then there came a point in my recruiting process out of high school when I did want to come here because some other places spots were getting filled. And so I'm talking to A-Rod like, hey, I'm ready to commit.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, the spot's already taken.
Oh.
You're going to have to wait a month or 2 months. Hopefully something opens up. But like I don't have a spot right now. And so then I'm like, oh my gosh. I just disregarded this opportunity because I felt like I was too good, or I felt like I didn't belong, or I felt all this stuff towards BYU. And fast forward a couple years, I'm in Michigan at like probably one of the lowest points of my life, and BYU is what's on my mind. BYU is what's on my heart.
Wow.
Which I don't know. Like, did I put it there? Did my subconscious put it there, or was that God telling me like, no, you need to change in your life. You need to go here.
Mm-hmm. So you pray about it?
Every night.
You counsel with your parents about it?
Every night.
And the decision is yes. How did you get that?
So, yeah, I would actually do these sessions. It was like a little Bible study with my pastor back home. We'd do it every Tuesday, Thursday. And so I'd come home from football, from school, and I'd come home, and it was from from 3 o'clock to 4:30. And we would just read the Bible, and we'd talk about what the readings are. And I would talk to him about a lot of the struggles I was going through. And we always talked about, the coming closer to home. And there's a lot of opportunities close to home that I could have taken, but I would have had a lot of the same distractions that I had in Michigan. And just because I'm a 2-hour flight away from home, it's not much different than being a 4-hour flight away from home. You still got to drive to the airport. You still got to hop on a plane. You still got to drive from the airport back home. So it's like that distance didn't necessarily matter, but it's about being in a community where people love God, people live their testimony, people aren't afraid to share the gospel with you, and who are going to accept you for your differences. Yeah. And you're just looking at the list of these schools that you're considering or that you might want to go to, and nothing compares to BYU. Nothing.
That's sweet, bro. So let's see how you feel about this. KY for the basketball team, they just got back from Oklahoma State. And they just did it again. You've been in that environment before when we were in Colorado. Yep. Right? And they're chanting F the Mormons. Right? You're Lutheran. How does that make you feel?
It just doesn't make sense. Why would you don't say that about any other religion. Like there's no chance F the blank religion, F the blank religion. Like that's not okay in any circumstance. And like where does that put you as a person, as a human being, to be discriminating somebody for loving God and for wanting to live the best life that they can possibly live, for not just themselves, but for their family, like so that their family can live with each other in eternity. Like, why would you? Just because you're not living a good life, why does it make you feel like you gotta discriminate or make fun of somebody because they're trying to live the best life they could possibly live? It doesn't make sense. They do it because it's the funny or the fun thing to do because everyone else is doing it. Yeah. But okay, it's like the people casting the stones. Like, okay, the person to have never sinned before cast the first stone.
Yeah.
No, all of you guys have sinned. Like, all
Yeah.
these people who are saying F the Mormons, you're all sinners. Every single one of us has sinned in our lives. So why do you think it's okay to chant F these guys just because they're sharing their testimony? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And does that affect you as a Lutheran?
Yes, in a way, in a sense of I don't ever have to deal with that sort of discrimination for my faith. And so it kind of opens my eyes on what the day-to-day member of the LDS faith has to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Like the stereotypes that they have to live through every single day of their life. And even as kids, they might, like as a kid, I didn't really know what it meant to be Lutheran. I knew God and I had a relationship with him, and I read the Bible and I'm listening to these Bible stories and the parables, and I love it. But like a member of the LDS faith, like as a kid, I'm sure they don't really know the ins and outs of the religion as much as someone who's been in it for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
So if you're a little kid and you're hearing this stuff about your faith, what does that make you think about your faith?
Yeah.
What does it make you think about your family?
Yeah.
Is my family setting me up for failure because the world obviously hates us?
Yeah.
Quote unquote hates us, right? Like they're displaying that. So what does that say about my family? If I'm a little kid, like it's like brainwashing you in a way. And so like it opens my eyes and my heart to the members, like, no, like this is not okay.
Yeah.
This is not okay.
Yeah. All right, let's transition. Thanks for sharing that, by the way. It's kind of hot news right now, this whole thing at Oklahoma State there. But let's transition to this idea that this is your second year at BYU.
Third season.
This is your third season?
This upcoming is our third season.
This would be
Yes, sir.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so all the visible accolades that people are interested when it comes to BYU football is on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not happening for you on Saturdays as much as you would like. How do you maintain trust in God, being in the situation that you're in?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes back to my time in Michigan, right? Like all the accolades on Saturday, like all the players of the week, all the record-setting performances, all the touchdowns you throw, all the clutch first downs you make, doesn't really get you anywhere in life. Doesn't really fill that hole in your life, that void in your life, that emptiness that you're searching for. Like it doesn't, at least for me, it wasn't doing it for me. So when I came to Utah, I wasn't necessarily searching for the accolades. Mm. I'm searching for that relationship with God. I'm searching for that trust in His plan. And so if His plan for me isn't to be Big 12 Player of the Week, to be Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year, to be BYU starting quarterback, if that's not written in His plan for me yet, as of now, so be it. If my plan is to be the best backup quarterback in the nation, I will be the best backup quarterback in the nation.
Wow.
And just because something hasn't happened the past 2 years, I know that whenever my opportunity comes, if my opportunity ever comes, I will take it and I will run with it and I will do the best of my ability to perform for my teammates. Who cares if I throw 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks? If we don't win, that's not good enough for me.
Yeah.
I want to be that supporting cast member rather than that main superstar, if that means that my team has success.
This is exactly the point that I was talking about, how deep this guy is. I mean, seriously. There's that story in the Old Testament of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? And they're not going to bow down to this idol that King Nebuchadnezzar has made. And their lives are at danger. It's basically, if you don't bow down, we will burn you. And their response is, God will deliver us. We trust Him, right? We won't bow down, right? If He doesn't deliver us, and the phrase is, but if not, we will never worship you, right? And this is what I feel from you. This is what I see. This deep understanding that there is more to life than football. And football is just a means, an opportunity, to accomplish that. That's what makes you amazing, Trey. I mean, you may not say much, you may not be in front of the camera a lot, but your presence is a powerful influence on the team, at practice. I'm sure in that room. I'm sure in that QB room. And that's incredible. That's actually incredible. We appreciate that blessing. How has BYU strengthened that for you?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I was just getting a haircut right before this, and I'm talking to my barber, and he's kind of asking me, why'd you come back? Like, what made you come back to BYU? Because after this last year, for football-wise, I was kind of pretty set on potentially entering the transfer portal and finding another opportunity to play somewhere.
Yeah.
But the same reasons that brought me here is really the same reasons why I stayed. That being, if football was taken away from me right now, this very second, will I be happy? Will I have resources to be happy? And 100% certainty, yes. This community, this school, this university, the people that I'm surrounded with, the supporting staff with the coaches and the academic advisors and the professors, this is where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, it's tough because you do want goals in life to accomplish. You do want to set goals for yourself on this earth that you want to perform to the highest level you possibly can. But that's not the main priority in life. And if you're achieving those goals while disregarding your faith and your religion, that's not good. That's not good enough.
Yeah.
You have to be able to find like that happy medium where you're still prioritizing God and your faith, while still bringing along those goals that you set for yourself here on earth.
Yeah. And those goals, whether they come from, accomplishments or things, or from people, right? Validating you,
Yeah,
in some form. They do strengthen, people's purpose and confidence and faith. But when they don't get those validations, right? That's difficult, right? So what would you say to somebody who's in that situation and they're like, man, I'm grinding, I'm trying, right? And the validations aren't coming.
Yeah, I mean that's a great question too, just because I feel like I was in that way not too long ago. Fall camp of last year, we're in like a 3-way quarterback competition, right? To become the starting quarterback of BYU, a team that just came off of an 11-win season. You're returning a lot of key pieces. Literally the best opportunity in the world. And I was excited. Like I was, all right, this is my opportunity. Let's make the most of it. Whatever you have set out before me, God, let me have it. You know what I mean? Whether that's, and I really wanted it to be the starting quarterback guy. I really wanted that to be God's plan for me. And I'm doing everything I possibly can do. I'm eating the right stuff. I'm getting enough sleep. I'm practicing to the best of my ability. I'm watching as much film as I possibly can. I'm redrawing my plays, multiple times to make sure that it's just muscle memory. And then come practice, like I'm just having fun. Like I'm making plays. I'm throwing good passes. I'm reading the defense as best as I possibly can. Like I feel like it's just all routine at this point. It's my second year in the offense. I've got great continuity with my receivers. Like I feel like I'm taking that leadership role, being the older guy in that room. And then boom, one day comes. We're about halfway through camp. Sorry, Treyson, we're gonna move on past you from this quarterback competition.
Oh man!
And I'm like, wait, what?
Oh man!
I thought I'm the guy. Like I thought, like I feel like I'm doing everything I possibly can do. I took a next step from my first year in this program to this year. Like I'm the best quarterback that I've ever been right now.
Yeah. Standing
in front of you, coach. Like this is the best quarterback that I've ever been, and it's not good enough.
Huh.
It wasn't good enough. And so like you're saying, like I feel like I'm doing everything I'm right. I feel like I have a great relationship with God. I feel like I have a great relationship with my family. I feel like I'm performing to the best of my ability. But I'm not getting the validation from my coaches to become the guy that I want to be.
Right.
And that doesn't mean, no, I'm mad at my coaches. That doesn't mean, okay, let me forget everything that got me to this point. Let me tarnish my relationship with God. Let me stop talking to my family just because I'm hurt, just because I'm sad that I didn't get what I wanted. Let me forget everything that got me here. You know, I climbed all the way to the top of the mountain just for the prize at the top of the mountain not to be there. No, I'm not just going to climb back down and forget everything. No, I'm going to find a bigger mountain and start climbing that mountain and bring everything that I brought with me the first time. And so, yeah, like to be able to have that strength in myself to still understand that just because I wasn't good enough for you or for you or for you, what I did, I was proud of. And my parents were more worried for me than I was worried for me because I was happy with where I'm at. I put everything out on the line. I did everything. I sacrificed everything and gave it all 110%. I had no regrets. And I fell short. So what? Now what?
So, I mean, come on. The reality, or people experience this all the time, right? And they could say like, okay, he's saying what he wants to say. He's saying the right thing because he's in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Weren't you mad at Bear that he transferred here? Jake's gone. It's just you and McKay, and just two of you.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody's come in as a quarterback. You didn't sign anybody else. And Bear comes in, and you know how you're competing and working hard.
Yeah.
And giving 100% in every part of your life. Weren't you mad at Bear and McKay? Didn't you feel some form of animosity towards them because your validation wasn't happening?
It's crazy because for me to care as much as I did about that job, it did not affect any relationship with the people I'm competing with. And people from the outside, you know, are telling me like for whatever, people who just truly love me and care about me, obviously they're gonna feel a certain way, and they're gonna say some things and about how, oh, you deserve that job. Oh, I saw all the work you put in. You deserve that.
So people were saying things like that as they were watching you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just life.
Yeah.
Just because they care so much about you, and in those moments, it's my responsibility to let them know, like, no, like, it's okay. I'm okay. I am okay. Like, everything will work out exactly how it's supposed to work out. And I've had hundreds of conversations like that. And it's not because I just wanted to make those people who cared about me feel better.
Yeah.
It's because I truly felt that way. My relationship with McKay grew way more from the time when we were competing, not even competing, when we were the backup quarterbacks. It grew immensely when we were competing against each other for the starting position, knowing that one of us was going to be heartbroken, the other one was going to be happy. And same with Bear. When Bear came in, Bear's a great kid. My relationship grew with him even more when he became the guy, the starting quarterback, than it was when he just first got here. I don't know what it is inside me. Like, I truly do care. I want to be the guy. Very, very bad. But not to the extent of losing relationships with my teammates and losing trust with my coaches and coming to practice all pouty and mad at them. And what's crazy is when I was told that I wasn't going to be the guy, the next day we went on that camping trip.
Yeah.
So I get told I'm not going to be the guy, and my reward was, okay,
now go hang out together.
Now go hang out and dorm with the same guys that just beat you out.
Yeah.
And so if that wasn't a test of its own, like, oh my goodness. Like, I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's be the man that you say you want to be.
Yeah.
And so now we're in the middle of nowhere, no service, no contact. Like, I can't even tell my parents the news. I can't tell my family anything. Like, now I just got to be who I say I want to be. And I ended up having a great couple days with my teammates and made some amazing memories. And it's that trip was like perfect timing to understand that, like, it's not all about football. These relationships that you have where you're literally in the middle of nowhere camping with your teammates, like, those relationships matter so much more than titles on a football field.
That's so cool. That is so cool, bro. There's an apostle for the church that his name is Dieter F. Uchtdorf, and he's from Germany, and he gave this talk, and he made this statement about piano, moving a piano. And he basically says, if you're all in your spot trying to lift a piano, you should lift where you stand. Wherever you're standing, lift, and the whole thing rises, right? Mm-hmm. That's you, bro. That's just you. I think you've said before that your leadership is your strongest trait, mm-hmm. right? And leadership is not about a position. It's a choice. And that's the choice you've made. And choosing to be a leader from the position where you're at, I believe, is impactful for the quarterback room, in the entire offense, and the entire team. Have you seen that to be true, where you are still able to be a leader, given the fact that you're not the starting quarterback?
Yesterday, we're in a workout, and so we work out in position groups. So it's like the skills, which are the receivers, DBs, and quarterbacks. The combos are running backs, tight ends, linebackers, and the bigs are the O-line, D-line. So the past couple of days, a lot of like the main guys on the team, I think it's like 15 of like the starters, like the superstars of the team, they took a trip to Oregon, the Nike headquarters, because they're doing some like testing stuff. And so a group of the guys went with one of our head sports science guys to go do some testing and some training out there for it's going to help the whole team. But like they just had to bring a couple of guys out there. So the guys that they took are really what you want to say are like the leaders of the football team. They took a lot of the guys who are the vocal guys, the guys who are performing on the football field. So what's left in the position groups that are working out right now are the guys who may not be getting all the playing time on the football field, maybe a little bit behind the scenes, may not be able to speak up, or not be able to, may not want to speak up because they're not the ones performing. So yesterday we're working out, and it's a hard conditioning day. And the coaches know that we don't have like our vocal leaders out here. We don't have our performative leaders out here. Our starters out here.
Typically what football players would be like, oh, he's the leader because he's the starter.
Yes, exactly. Those guys aren't there. So it's just the backups basically, essentially.
Yeah.
And so we're working out. And as we're working out, like, listen, everybody's a hard worker. These dudes that I'm surrounded with are hard workers. And we might not need someone to be like that rah-rah guy to be vocal, to speak up. Exactly. So yeah, hey, you need to work harder. No, like not everybody needs that. But I kind of got a little sense that people weren't speaking up, not because they didn't want to, but they felt like they couldn't because that's not their role, because they're not the guy performing. So I made it like imperative, like I brought the guys up and I basically told them like, hey, it don't matter where you are. It don't matter if you're in Oregon right now. It don't matter if you're in Florida right now. It don't matter if you're in Provo, Utah right now. You are a leader on this football team. Yep. You have a role in this football team that matters. Me, I'm not the guy, winning the Big 12 championship. I'm not the guy, the Pop-Tart MVP. I'm not the guy, that's the starting quarterback leading us, our offense every Saturday. But I got a role in this team, and you better believe I'm going to lead every single one of you right now through this workout if I have to. But so can Cody Hagan. So can Tay Nakua. So can Cannon DeVries. All of these guys around me, you guys can lead us right now. Don't feel like you can't.
Yeah.
Each and every one of you has a role on this team, and it's up to you to accept that role and to excel in that role.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to show them like, hey, I'm not the guy, but I sure as heck can step up and lead you guys if you need me to.
Yeah.
But I want each and every one of us to be able to have that mindset and to be able to do that. And so it was a cool opportunity yesterday to kind of express that, like, I can lead without being the guy, and so can you, and so can you, and so can you. It's a team effort. 11 guys don't win a football game. It takes 100 of us.
How does the Savior Jesus Christ help you with that? Show you that way of being?
It's like people want to live like Jesus, right? I want to live my life just like Jesus. I want to strive in every decision that I make to be just like Jesus. What would Jesus do right here? Same way on the football field. I want to be perfect. If I want to make a pass, I want it to be exactly perfect. I don't want to settle for anything less. But in reality, you're going to mess up. You're going to miss a read. You're going to miss a throw. In life, you're going to mess up. You're going to fall into temptation. We have so much access to temptation in our everyday to day life that I struggle with every single day. Temptation sneaks up on me every single day, and I fall into temptation every single day. Mm-hmm. But you best believe I'm going to get right back up, and I'm going to try to be better.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that, tomorrow I'm going to be perfect. In football, if I miss a throw, it doesn't mean that next throw is going to be perfect, but I'm going to be striving for that perfection every single time. And if you, shoot for the moon and end up on the stars, like you're still like you're still up there, like you're still achieving high just because you're not perfect. And that's why God sent his one and only son, Jesus, on earth to live that perfect life, to die and to be crucified for our sins. And for my belief, I believe that he rose again on that third day and ascended into heaven so that me, a sinner, someone who lives an imperfect life, can join him with my family. Like, come on, like, why? So you translate that to football, like, I'm not a perfect football player, but I'm going to try my absolute best to be the best football player I can be for my team. And it's okay if I'm not the best quarterback in the world. I'm going to be the best quarterback that I can be for who I'm with, for the people I'm with.
That's cool. All right, bro. I could go on. You're really cool to talk to and hang out with. We need to do this more often.
Yes, sir.
Like when we're traveling and stuff.
No, absolutely. Yes, sir.
All right. What is Trey going to leave for Utah, for BYU, in the state of Utah, for young kids when he's said and done, when he graduates? What do you hope that they'll go like, man, I listened to that dude's podcast. I really like who he is. What is that legacy going to be for people to remember?
Yeah, growing up, I was that kid that just idolized football players. Like, I idolized them, and I thought they were like the closest thing to Jesus. Like, literally, like, I felt like they were like the most amazing human beings. Like, I remember being back home in Tucson, Arizona, and we would have Nick Grigsby, and we would have Nick Foles, and we'd have Geno Crump and Jerron Kreiner, like all these football players that you probably don't even know, like Austin Hill. They're just Arizona football players, Kadeem Carey, that like I just grew up just loving, and like just to be able to touch their hand, that would change my life. I would never wash this hand if they gave me a high five, right? What I want to do with my time at BYU is I kind of want to bridge that gap between, us football players and the youth, the kids. I just recently tweeted out a couple days ago, like, hey, like if I did like a little meetup at the park and just brought a couple footballs and brought some pizza and some drinks, like anybody like want to bring their kids or want to come out to the park and like let's just play catch, like let's just hang out. I'll bring a couple of my teammates, like let's just do that. And I'm getting tons and tons of replies. I'm getting direct messages. Hey, I'd love to sponsor this. I'd love to bring merch. I'd love to document this and do that stuff. I'm like, that is awesome. But like, that's not the purpose of it. I just want to be able to show that these kids, like these goals where I'm at in life, like you can be here. You can do it. Right? Like I'm you just 15 years later. Like I'm you just 10 years later. And there's nothing in your way that can stop you from getting here except here. Right? And that's like what I want to do here in Provo, Utah, and just Utah County, and even back home in Arizona. Like I just want to bridge that gap. Like I'm not a perfect human being. I want to let these kids know, like I make the same mistakes you do. I definitely make more mistakes than you do. But you can be here. You can be better than me. You can be the best version of yourself you just got to find that relationship with God, find that relationship with Jesus, find your testimony, find why you're doing what you're doing. Don't make it about what you're doing, but why. And really, like, the sky's the limit.
That's cool, bro. Man, it's been an honor. Really. Really good things. Really, really great feeling, actually. And so I hope people can see that, man. I'm kind of sobered out here from this experience with Trey, man. And I hope you enjoy this session of Faith Huddle. I hope you take some time to catch us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. I got them all right this time. But, yeah, you can catch us on any of those platforms, and we invite you to share it with other people, because you never know who you share it with that they might need to hear something Treyson said today that can really help their lives more and than beyond the game, right? Past the game. So we appreciate you, bro. Love you, man.
No, definitely. Thank you.
And love that you're a part of Cougar Nation and BYU football. We look forward to this year more than getting to the championship game, right?
Yes, sir.
We plan on winning that thing.
Plan on winning it, yes, sir.
Yeah. So we'll take you out with the Super Y. Here we go. Yeah.